I think if you look at the tries, the tries they scored, the England tries, especially this one, I love what I saw here. Now, you'll see there, it's a flat ball. I'm not allowed to talk about refs. He's in a terrible position there because Malcolm can't get there. So, but now, Mackie, that chevron that I showed there, that's not where they're getting through. That's where the space was. They go in the outside gap on Damien's side. So, Mackie, I know you're the defence man, but Damien was really slipping there.
Yeah.
He was sleeping. He's the guilty man there. Look, the fact that the chevron sign there, that was the dummy space. They went outside that. But brilliant attack from England. From set play, we shouldn't allow that.
All right, quick one. Malcolm, 8th man at the back, last man of defence. What's the reason for that? I mean, I'm thinking I'm on defensively. I've got a Kwagga Smith. I've got a Dwayne. Look at the time of the clock. I'm not too sure if Visa was on. But there's a lot of guys who are a lot quicker. Why are they not chasing from the back of the...
So Malcolm's job, he will start like just about 2 meters from the 5. Okay, if they maul, he's there to join and punch. Then we have our loose forward free, covering the back space. If they throw it at the back, remember, we're still contesting. So his job is to fold and come around. So if they throw over, that's his ball. If they try and attack from there, because remember, he's roaming. So he's got the ability to either engage in the maul or fold in the back and get onto first hands. This, for me, is not really, the reason why they actually went to go score. For me, the big thing for me here was the fact that Damien didn't trust his inside. Hence, I'm saying that our defense was off by 1%. So if you look at the way they're launching, Alton is on 12. He's got his man. So whoever runs short outside Alton's shoulder, which was in this case was Joe Marchant, Damon should have covered that. Okay. Then we have Lukhanyo on the outside. If they go out the back to Marcus Smith and the winger, the outside defender, he must cover that. Plus Mapimpi, plus Willie closing with our blind winger sweeping in, and covering the kick space. So that for me is the important thing. So I think at the moment, and this is what happened over the weekend, our defense wasn't as sharp as we normally are. So right there, that guy should have been smashed by Damian de Allende.
Yeah, you know what concerns me a bit, and I'll go very quite frank with this. That is a typical stack attack that they're using. 1 ball player, 2 players moving around with a punchline. Now, the first thing you prep for is that's what they're going to do. Because what is their options? The front guy or playing around? And we were really covered there.
Yep.
So Mackie, I know what you're saying is, and you're 100% right. But for me, from an attack point of view, and I love the attacking stuff, that was not even so special. It was just a total defensive lapse there from Damien and Elton. It did start a bit with a big vacuum and the long pass where Malcolm was at the back of the line. Now,
that's what I wanted to bring up. Saying, by the time you miss a tackle, unless you're a fullback because turn his back and run away, you don't want to make the tackle. It starts deeper. That little hesitation, that little, I'm not too sure who stands where.
But you see, if Alton lined up further on his inside and he couldn't get to the ball carrier, then I would say it started on the inside. However, he managed, he understood, yes, there was a little bit of doubt, but he still got to the first hands. That was the first issue. Now, Damien, for me, didn't trust Alton was going to get there.
So my question is now, you're putting it on Damien or trusting Alton. Alton is plugged in the right spot.
Yeah.
What prevents a player like Damien to say, well, there's a gap there. Maybe he still hung out and say, ooh, we've missed something, so maybe he doesn't commit as much.
But I hear you, but you cannot worry about 2 channels.
There's only one over.
Yeah, one over, one from the pass, but there's still another channel that's being defended from a fly off on the inside. So that's where you cannot worry about 2-3 channels, way back. You only worry about your inside guy and the outside guy. So again, I know you're disagreeing, but the system is built on 3s working together. So if I'm facing you, I'm primary defender. Let's say we're playing this way, or on Swys will be the catch-up defender, and the outside will be adjusting defender. So that's the system. From there you build it. I cannot worry about what's happening on the inside.
Of course it's going to affect you.
Yeah, but goes the question.
No, you can't. There's no way.
No, it will.
No, you can't. But remember, I'm just explaining to you now. So we're working in 3s.
That's a system. Tick. I hear what you're saying. You're trying to tell me now, as one of 15 players, something happens that it does not involve me. And I see there could be a challenge, an issue. And I'm worried about the 3 year. What happens there does not catch my eye or my decision making.
No. If someone had to be worried, it should have been Elton. But he wasn't, because he got into the first dance. Not Damien.
I tell you a few
not
things.
Damien. Yeah.
I tell you a few things that make Elton worry. Firstly, there was a massive long pass from the 9, so they were a channel wider. Secondly, Malcolm, who was supposed to be on the first receiver, the fly-off there, the pass beat him, and he could not swim past the ref there.
I'll ask a question
Okay,
again.
but now, when that happens,
eighth man.
just on that, when that happens, the outside guys, Damien and Elton, must now trust one another and just plug the holes. Now it's not about, it's nothing else but line integrity now, just to sort of solve the problem. Saying that was a, and you're drawing it nicely.
But that's what I want to get to. So here's the thing. So the pass was wide. Okay, so the pass beats the inside man, who is Malcolm. Now, then your roles change. Okay, so Malcolm's job was to get onto first stance. Right, the pass beats him.
Yeah.
Now the first guy who is outside Malcolm must take the first stand. If the fly-off played it back inside to Marcus Smith, then Malcolm should have covered him. That's why I'm saying Damien cannot worry about what's happening 2 channels inside him. If there was a little bit of doubt, the doubt could have happened from Elton's side, because Malcolm didn't release him. But for me, Elton got there, he made the tackle. Damien should have trusted him and just sifted a little bit wider and then make the tackle on Joe Marchant. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm laughing. When you sit Monday and analyze these, it's very hard to find the real problem. There was definitely line disconnection. The spaces were a bit too big. We thought they would attack the line where the chevron was. They went a channel wider, so they did Tasmantas there. So another thing is, that was an OT ball off the top. When it's OT, all the defence can see what happens. If it's down and out, you can hide it for a while. So there's no reason that that everyone in that Springbok team should have adapted quickly, instantaneously to that situation.